All right, insider secret number two. This is about PowerPoints. And, Joe, I don't think people understand what we're talking about when we talk about PowerPoints.
Mm.
We're talking about power.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It's really interesting. We're really talking about being able to, uh, well, sometimes people call it upsmanship. But the point very simply is, it's what does the college have and what do you have? Consider it a game, consider it assets or for that matter, player talent. What does the other team have? What do you have? So, we need to explore here, Bill, these power points. What kind of power does the college have? What kind of power do you have?
And, people, Joe, give a lot of power to the college during the application process.
Oh, just think about that. You're right, Bill. Go ahead. Yeah,
You know,
think about that.
well, first of all, you think about how your attitude is towards a college or an application. It's please, please, please accept my child. And then it's please, please, please give my child money or merit or, a financial aid of some sort for need. And you're so excited when the big fat envelope comes, and you've given that college a lot of PowerPoints. I mean, these are you're giving them power. You fill out that FAFSA. Oh my gosh, Joe, the FAFSA. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's really that's I think has been one of the most significant changes, in the way financial aid is calculated in colleges, Bill. And I know that that's one of you're on top of that topic, and I think it's probably a good time for you to tell our friends a little bit about.
Well, think about the detailed information you give about yourself, and this is just during the application process, right? So now the college knows so much about your financial condition, and they use that along with AI in enrollment management, they call it. And the offer that you got from the college, that was no accident what they sent you. They calculated exactly what they thought you would take. And maybe you came back and got a little more from them, that sort of thing. But they knew within a range of what it would take to get you there. And so that's a lot of power in their corner. And it comes from them being in business for a long time. They want to stay in business. And so, but the culture in America of college applications has been to give power to colleges. Now, the thing is, we're going to talk in a little bit about how you can take that power back.
Yeah, and Bill, I'm glad you brought that up because the whole thing about PowerPoints is you have very, very, very few at the very, very beginning. You're giving it all to the college. You're like just as you said earlier, you're excited about being, wanting to go to that school. So yeah, we're going to talk more about that. So hang with us.
So Joe, it's no wonder that parents have so little power, and one of the reasons is because the college shuts them out. Once they get the kid there, and we hear so many stories, and we have something up there on the slides, I guess, about some professor talks your kid into taking a minor in the ancient languages of Nicaragua, something like that. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there, but that might be a professor who teaches that and needs some more kids in their classroom in order to keep their job. So, ends up your kid is there for another semester or two in trying to finish up this minor. This kind of stuff happens all the time because colleges have so much power. And so, and what ends up happening? You get a new tenant in your basement.